Good morning, Woodhounds. I just thought I would update you a little bit. I've been having a lot of issues with my Case 410. Apparently it's a throwaway motor, and to replace this motor we're looking at somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000 between labor and replacement of the motor. And actually, when I'm all done putting 10 to 12,000 into it, that I'm being told that's about all this machine is actually worth, and I think it should be worth more than that. But it's been a tough decision for me to make. I do like the machine. I've had some problems with it through the years, but it truly only has about 1,250 hours on it. And the gentleman that's going to be working on it is also a farmer mechanic guy, and he is very busy with getting crops out of the fields. So I'm kind of leaning towards possibly fixing it. It just costs. They cost so much for these machines. It's crazy. And I don't need something that great, but I do need it to be dependable. So anyway, we're still working on it. This has been going on since about mid-August it started. And anyway, we do have one other thing that we've entered, and we're going to enter it into our line of equipment. We purchased a 1424 brute force small processor, and I truly haven't used it all that much. I've been very busy with some other projects, but we'll just quick show you a peek at that, and then we're gonna work on putting vermiculite baffle in my stove in my shop. So here we go. Here's this little guy. I like the machine. It's very difficult though to get the pieces to where I want them just from running it through the splitter. So actually what I've been doing is I've been splitting, dropping into my hopper, and then from there I finished doing the splits on the 17 VSC. So anyway, back to what we started with. We'll have a video out on this here soon. We just time has been an issue this fall. We have neighbors that are on Saturdays. I think it's their day to blast shells. So anyway, so this is a Drolet stove. It is a, what is that name, Chris? Myriad 3. I gotta put my light on here. We've had this for 3 years, and every year I'm replacing the baffle. And I had a long talk with one of the reps at Drolet up in Canada, and they're saying that the guys that have had problems with this is because all you really have here, here's my replacement board, which sits right above the baffles, and there's really nothing to protect it in between the baffles. So like if you're trying to set this up for a night burn, I try to cram in as much as I can, and apparently what I'm doing, I'm pushing them way too hard up on the upper part, and if you put pressure on these in turn put pressure on the bottom, and that's how you end up cracking it. So I'm going to do something different this year. Instead of me putting the wood in, I'm going to have my wife do it. Yeah, right.
It's not going to happen.
Anyway, I'm just gonna try to be very careful and not fill it so full. Um, it, like if I leave here at 4 o'clock and go in the winter, to have this going in the morning by 9:30, 10 o'clock when I come out, it's usually out by then. So um, that's why I try to cram in as much as I can. But it's kind of frustrating. But I'm getting pretty good at this. I do it every year. So we had a video last year. I don't think I did one the first year, but so anyway, we're going to give this a shot. It's really not that difficult. If you remember, I'm trying to find my light up here. There it is. It's not very difficult once you start doing it. I've had a lot of practice, so I guess here we're going to give it a shot. So if I recall last year, what I did, I put in the first tube. There's a little, actually, can I have that here? I'll try to show you. If you can see, okay, right here we had to do some voiceovering because the microphone was doing too much echoing. But I'm trying to show each one of the tubes on the left side, they each have a little notch left in it, and that is where the burner baffle will fit in, and then it's just given a twist. And sometimes you do have to use like a vice grip or a channel locks just to give it that extra spin. Here I'm attempting to get the first one in. The right side is the smooth side, which just pokes in and it'll push back into the stove probably about an inch. Gets hard for old guys to lay on concrete anymore. This isn't a lot, but it certainly helps quite a bit. Okay guys, I have to do some quick voiceover here. The back tube, I'm trying to get that into place. Gotta kind of watch here what we're doing. There we go. We just slid it in, and now I'm twisting it counterclockwise. Now I got to get my baffle put up here. There's 4 burners on these, and I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like I say, I've had that one for like 6 years, 7 years, and never had any issues with it. So I'm gonna try to get these last 2 in, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I gotta adjust my light here a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to put the last one in, provided it wants to cooperate here. There we go. This last one just doesn't want to turn. Doesn't appear to be bent or anything. It came out of here, so it's got to go back in. I'm sure it's just debris in the way. I might have to even change it with one of the other ones. I see the back one actually is not locked into place. They should look like this one and this one. This one needs to get a little more turn to it. But anyway, I think you get the main idea here, guys. Like I said, I'm going to try really hard to be a good boy and not cram too much wood in here. Because them things aren't cheap. They're, I think this was 88 bucks. And to throw that away every year is kind of silly. So, I think you get the main idea. I've got a little more work to do on it. I got to get them two baffles spun. I might have to change them around, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. So I hope that that has helped you out. If you've got a stove like this here, they're really not that difficult to get out. And right here is our old baffle. Chunks in between got busted out and just dropped down into the firebox. But we'll get this thing up and running here. We got back into some warm weather up here in northern Minnesota. We're actually, didn't they say we were supposed to get in the low 70s tomorrow?
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy for this time of year, but we're seeing craziness throughout the whole country. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Thank you very much.